Today we told you how the mainstream media was in the tank for President Obama in this debate. It's day 2 of the shutdown, and here are 2 more excellent examples from the big newspapers. The New York Times editorial page, look, John Boehner's shutdown, and Washington Post editorial this morning, House Republicans are failing Americans in their effort to kill Obamacare. But this one got me. Matt Lauer can't see both sides of this issue, only the president's.
I thought Chris Matthews put it pretty well yesterday. He said the Republicans are asking the president for something he can't give them. By asking that this health care law be delayed or dismantled, that's his baby, and nobody can give away their baby. So can this end unless the Republicans are willing to walk away with nothing?
Greg, no one puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, Matt Lauer says, I thought Chris Matthews put it pretty well. Was he referring to his tongue? You know, the media, they aren't just mouthpieces.
What?
They're not just mouthpieces. They are sock puppets with Obama's hand stuck firmly up their rumps. That's not damage control for the president. It is damage enhancement.
You just
I need to interrupt you for a second. I want you to watch this fascinating video we've got here.
Stop it, Bob.
Okay, fine.
Like I said, it's probably Harry Reid just getting the last sip of whatever.
That's good. It's really good.
KG, can I show you the front? Guys, take a look at the front.
Yes.
Can you, or the front of the Daily News? Can you read this?
Wow.
Am I allowed to do this?
I don't know.
What did you do for your country? And they have a picture
For our country.
of Boehner and Ted Cruz.
Right.
I'm just curious. Stuff's falling out. What did President Obama do? If they're making the assertion that these 2 guys didn't serve in the military, neither did President Obama.
But that's an argument that just falls flat on its face because there is no substance behind it. But I mean, they're going to continue to demonize, right, and try and point out personal individuals like Boehner, et cetera, make it like this is his personal responsibility, it's his fault, he's bad for America, and he's against the Americans, which the evidence isn't supporting that. I think they should be allowed to stand on principle and do what they think is the best interest of the United States, the taxpayers, and if they don't think this thing is worth it and it's not working, then don't go for it. Ask for modification.
How do they reach the conclusion that shutting down the government is in the best taxpayers' interest? Leaving aside, I know the idea you don't
It's a
want
negotiating tactic, so to bring them to the table, to get them to make some concessions that they feel are meaningful.
But
that's
their
the
own
deal.
caucus members are saying,
They're
their
holding the
moderate
line.
conservatives are saying it's not going to work.
Jump in here.
Car pulled away.
Well, on the Matt Lauer thing, I think that his question was actually what a lot of other people have been saying, which is live to fight another day, move on. You knew you were never going to get this. You've had your fun, or you've tried to bring the pain, and now you should move on. I didn't think that was that bad. The editorials, I would say, are not that surprising. What is really strange is that despite all the mainstream media support that the president has gotten on this bill, the approval numbers for the legislation are still so bad. And I don't understand. There seems to be a big disconnect between what the media is reporting and what people are feeling about this bill. Why are you?
Bob is so. Can I tell you?
He's such a child.
So immature.
These usually have a smelt that you open them up and you get to have like a free sample. But
That's how Bob is. He's so distracted. He's sniffing the Nautica thing.
Hold in there. Hang in there. I just want to take a look.
There's a picture of the White House.
Take a look at the famed journalist Carl Bernstein compare Republicans to Joe McCarthy, the senator who some say ruined the lives of many by accusing them of working for the communist movement. Others say McCarthy was misunderstood. Watch.
Eric Cantor and his Republican Party are the most dangerous demagogic force in American politics since Joe McCarthy. And that's what this is about. And it's about the parts of the Republican Party that are willing to appease this awful force.
Greg?
Oh, yeah, Joe McCarthy, yeah.
If Boehner is Joe McCarthy, Carl Bernstein is Charlie McCarthy. The last time we heard from this guy, Hawaii was still a territory. I don't know. You know what's funny? They keep referring to Obamacare as historic, which is actually value-free. The bird flu and the 1906 earthquake were also historic, but they were bad.
Yeah, well,
Good point. 1906
I'll give
earthquake
this
in
my
San
one more thing, but
Francisco.
there are a lot of people who yesterday got the chance for the first time in their lives to get health insurance, and I think it's a wonderful thing.
And so many signed up, right, Bob?
They did.
So, yep, 0.
No, that's wrong.
For the first time in their life. I mean, honestly, Bob.
No, really.
If you didn't have health insurance, there was a way for you to get help through Medicaid or Medicare if you're older. There's lots of different programs that if you had no way to get help. I understand the anxiety of not having health insurance if you are employed and your employer doesn't provide for it and you don't qualify for Medicaid, but it's not. to say that there are so millions of people who never had a chance to have
That's
health
just
care.
not true. Yeah, it's just not true.
It is true.
But also,
It's
anybody can walk in any hospital and they can be treated and receive
at
medical
5
attention.
times more expensive than
But you know
Some of
what? But a
them
lot of
don't
times
pay.
people do need to go when they have an emergency, so they go to the emergency room. You sort it out after. They can try and collect from you, whatever. But you will be treated.
Bob, nobody, as of 4 o'clock yesterday, signed up for Obamacare in Louisiana. Technically, I did a better job signing up people for Obamacare.
Well, first of all,
And they had all the computer glitches and all the hackers diverting people to bad
I know
sites.
my cousin didn't get his big toe insurance. I mean, you're going to find 1,000 things you can nitpick about it. The fact is, let's get back to what it is. It's the law of the land. You're lost, and you ought to just get used to it.
Can I just wrap
That's
this up?
what he
This
always
segment was
diverts
about
to.
how the mainstream media has leaned towards
lane.
President Obama and really kind of attacked the far right. But let's not forget what made the far right the far right. The Tea Party made the far right the far right. And the reason why the Tea Party is even around right now is because of Obamacare and President Obama. So attack them all you want, but they were sent to Congress for a reason.
But I don't attack them. They made a big statement in 2010. But you seem to think that there's some major part of the American
racist, blackmailers, kidnappers. I mean, I would call that attack. We're going to leave it there.
Well, you could.
Next.